All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call Halayim Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, peace and mercy unto you. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, you are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so today I got this article here, and I want to go into it because I seen Apostle Tahar go into it, and he was, reacting to another brother's video, and I had wanted to report on it myself, man. All right, but what you got here is an article, all right, and the title reads, Mandatory Digital ID for Banking Policy Goes into Effect in Ethiopia, all right? Now, this is one step closer to you know what, all right, to the MOTB, all right, the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, man, all right, the digital chocolate chip, all right, that the elites want implanted under everyone's skin, man. All right, but as you see here, it says mandatory. All right, it is mandatory, and that's how exactly it's going to be. All right, once the MOTB is brought in, man, it's going to be made mandatory under the punishment of death. Okay, a lot of people are going to have to die and be beheaded and be tortured, all right, for not taking the mark of the beast, all right, which is the RFID microchip, all right, especially the elect, right, because the elect is not going to take the MOTB, all right, the 144,000 and the great multitude that follows behind the 144,000, which that's the entire elect, all right, which is all of the nation of Israel, all right, no other nation. You understand? All right, so like it says right here, mandatory. All right, pretty soon when the MOTB is ushered out, it's going to be made mandatory. Maybe not right away, all right, but they're gradually going to it's going to become mandatory. You understand? And this right here is just a one step closer to it, man. You understand? All right, so it says mandatory digital ID for banking policy goes into effect in Ethiopia. All right, now this is January 6th, 2025. All right, it says phased implementation begins at Addis Ababa. All right, so let's read this article. It says an Ethiopian government policy requiring the mandatory use. All right, again, that's how it's going to be once the MOTB is brought in, man. It's going to be made mandatory. All right, and a lot of people are going to have to be beheaded. All right, like it tells you in the book of Revelations, the 14th chapter. No, my fault, the 20th chapter. All right, when Apostle John seen the men of the Lord being beheaded, man. All right, the prophets of the Lord being beheaded. All right, the 144,000. All right, the ones that have not received the mark, all right, in their forehead or in their hands. All right, it says an Ethiopian government policy requiring the mandatory use of the National Digital ID, otherwise known as FADA, for banking transactions, such as the opening of a bank account, has gone into effect in the capital, Addis Ababa. All right, yeah, because I've done other videos. Matter of fact, let me just keep reading. All right, it says, according to authorities, the policy will be implemented in a phased manner between now and December 31st, 2026, in order to allow citizens who have not acquired the FADA ID the opportunity to do so. The FADA now has over 11 million registrations. Since January 1st, the measure has been effective in the capital market, Ethiopia reports. All right. The policy will be extended to bank branches in other major cities. All right. So it starts off in one city, then it reaches to other cities. Then the next thing you know, it becomes a nationwide thing. Then the next thing you know, it becomes a worldwide thing. All right. Like it says in Revelation 3 and 10. All right. That the hour of temptation shall come upon all the world to try them. All right. Because you got to understand, all right, the elect is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, all right, under every nation looking like these other nations, all right. So, the elect of the, that is scattered throughout the world, man, they got to be tried too. All right. It says, the policy will be extended to bank branches in other major cities of the country from July 1st. All right. While a nationwide implementation, a nationwide implementation is scheduled for January 1st. All right. 2026. And that's only about a year away. We're still in January. All right. About halfway in January already. All right. So we got about a year. Next January, man. All right. If we even make it that far. Because anything can happen at any moment, man. The RFID microchip, the mark of the beast, could be ushered in at any time. All right, but we understand we're on the Lord's time, man. He brings in his prophecy when he wants to bring it in, man. All right. It says all bank account holders are required to link their accounts with their FADA ID by December 31st, 2026. All right. The government says the policy is part of effort to incorporate the digital ID into all aspects of nation life. You see? All right, into all aspects, all right, of nation life. So if you want to go to the gym, or if you want to buy something at the grocery store, if you want to go clothes shopping, you're going to have to use that digital ID. All right, and that's exactly how it's going to be when the MOTB gets brought in, man. If you want to take part in regular day, society, if you want to be part of society, you're gonna have to take that chip, man. But the elect don't give a damn about being part of this damn society. We're already not of this world, man. Give a fuck about this damn society, man. Like, we give a fuck about that shit, man. And excuse me for my French, we don't give a damn. Fucking talking about being part of because I've done videos on that, man. Articles bringing that out, man, talking about, if you don't take it, man, you gotta be part. You can't be part of the regular society, man. Living off grid and all that, man. You can't go to the grocery store. You can't shop. All right, you can't travel. Because you're gonna need the MOTB to travel, Instead of throwing money in the tolls, now you gotta tap your hand, all right, to travel on the parkway and on the turnpikes and all of that, man. Every aspect of life, all right, you're gonna need the MOTB once it's brought in, man. But we don't give a damn, man. We're not taking it, man. All right, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Ratizah. I am part of the elect, man. All right. And the RFID microchip, all right, the digital chocolate chip that the elites want to implant in you, all right, that is the mark of the beast, man. It is the mark of the beast, man. All right, you have false prophets that will tell you that the mark of the beast is not the RFID micro seed hip, the RFID microchip, man. All right, you got false prophets, all right, like these Christian pastors and these Christian churches, man. These wacky tacky Christians, man, that will tell you the mark of the beast is not the RFID microchip, man. The RFID, the MOTB is a actual physical, tangible thing, man. It is not a spiritual thing. All right, and you even got false prophets amongst Israel, man. All right, like IUIC and ISUPK. All right, telling you that the mark of the beast is not a physical thing. They preach to you is a spiritual thing. You got ISUPK saying and IUIC saying that the mark of the beast is not the chip. You know? All right. The government says the policy is part of efforts into incorporate the digital ID into all aspects of nation life, thereby making access to important services easier. All right. See, you know, they're trying to make it sound convenient, man. All right. Thereby making access to important services easier. All right. And that's exactly what they're going to say once the MOTB is brought in, man. Oh, you're not going to be able to lose your money. Everything's going to be on that chip. Your money's going to be on it. All your medical records. You know? You're not going to have to carry money and maybe lose it. All right, we're always going to know who you are because all we got to do is scan your chip. If you're having a seizure or any type of medical breakdown, we can scan the chip and find out what medicines you need. We can give you the medicine, you know? If you're having some type of allergic action, we'll know what medicine to give you. Whatever, you can never be lost, whatever. You know, they're all trying to make it sound convenient to deceive you, to take, so you will take it, man. You're gonna make it sound real good to the public ear, man, to the masses, man. And those who are not in the know are going to take it, man. All right, especially, bro, man. All right. It said this is why we are to warn you, man. We are to warn you. All right. The mark of the beast is a major prophecy, man. All right. And what does it say in Ezekiel the 3rd chapter? What did the Lord tell Daniel? Not Daniel, Ezekiel, man. To give them warning from me. All right. That's what a true prophet does. He warns the people what's getting ready to come, so they know what to do when it comes. All right? You know? Tell them to come back to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Seek the Lord early while he may be found before all this hell and death and destruction comes, man. All right? Specifically, the move aims to improve financial inclusion, enable banks to better verify their customers so as to reduce banking fraud, and to ensure data security and make transactions more secure. You see how they're trying to make it sound convenient? You see? All right. It says, per the Ethiopia ID Authority, the new policy not only brings the country in tandem with international best practices in the banking sector, it also sets the template for innovation and the creation of a robust financial ecosystem, which is vital for the nation's economic growth. You see how they're trying to make it sound good, you know? And that's exactly how it's going to be when the MOTB is brought in. This is just one step closer, all right, to the MOTB, all right? And it's mandatory. All right, it's going to be made mandatory, man. All right? It says right here, the move to make FATA mandatory for banking operations was first announced last year, and it is a joint endeavor of the National Bank of Ethiopia all right, in the national ID program, all right, the country's central bank. All right, come on, man. And we know the elites, they create these central banks, man. All right, and the agenda of the elites is to be what? To bring forth the mark of the beast, which is biblical prophecy in Revelations 13:16 through 18. All right, 16 on down, man. All right, the Theta ID is considered to the Theta ID is considered an important component of Ethiopia's digital transformation drive. All right. It says right here, support for 2025 through 2030 digital government strategy. The Theta ID is considered an important component of Ethiopia's digital transformation drive. It is also vital in advancing the nation's 5-year digital government strategy, which has got support from various quarters, including from DT Global, an international development consultancy, through a European Union funded project. All right, according to an announcement, the support from DT Global include the building of data exchange infrastructure dubbed Ethio Connect. All right, whose technical design has been presented with many technical standard documents in the process of being drafted ahead of a planned pilot. All right. But let's get back up to this. I want to get back up to this, all right? Mandatory, all right? Mandatory, all right? And that's how exactly it's going to be once the MOTB is brought in, man. Mandatory. It's going to be made mandatory under the punishment of death, all right? But the Lord said to be faithful unto death, and I shall give thee a crown of life, because the punishment for taking the MOTB, the mark of the beast, the digital C-hip, the digital chocolate chip that the elites want to implant under your skin. The punishment for it is to be destroyed by the nuclear fire, the thermonuclear destruction, man. All right, that's that, which is also known as the second death. All right, which is America being wiped off the face of the earth, man. All right, and other parts of this earth are going to get hit with nuclear fire as well. Those who take the mark of the beast are going to drown in that thermonuclear destruction that's going to hit this earth in this third world war, especially here in America, man. All right. So matter of fact, let's get that real quick. All right, let's get that. But the Lord also said, be faithful unto death, and I shall give thee a crown of life. Those who overcome shall not be hurt of the second death. Matter of fact, let's grab that. All right. All right, let's grab that. It says, I start at verse 10, all right? Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, which is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, all right, shall cast some of you in prison. Yeah, when all this hell breaks loose out here in America, once the MOTB is implemented, all right, you're going to get thrown in prison camps, all right, concentration camps, getting tortured for not taking the MOTB. This is what this Yahweh Shai is warning us himself. This is what he's saying. All right, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death, which is America being swallowed up by thermonuclear destruction. If we overcome that, if we are faithful unto death, the Lord shall give us what? A crown of life, and we shall not be what? Hurt of the second death. All right, the Lord is going to deliver us from that nuclear destruction. All right, I'd rather get my head chopped off than to burn in that nuclear fire. All right, because the death is nothing but your spirit separating from the body, and the Lord just might make it, all right, to where you don't even feel it, man, because you were faithful unto death. You understand? All right. The Lord said, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life, because we're really not dying, man. You know? We're really not dying. All right? That's an automatic crown. Automatic crown of rulership. That's an automatic shared heir. All right? Of the throne of Yahushai, man. All right? Because Yahushai is going to share his throne with the elect. We're going to rule this planet Earth with our Lord, man. You understand? He that has an ear, let him hear. All right. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death, which is America being swallowed by thermonuclear destruction. And other parts of this earth are going to get hit as well. All right. So now let's get Revelation 14. All right. These are scriptures I always bring out when I talk about the MOTB, man. All right. So it says right here, Revelation 14 and 9. This is the vision that Apostle Paul seen, man. Apostle Paul, John the Revelator, which is John the Apostle, man. All right, John the Revelator. All right. So it says, Revelation 14 and 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, all right, which is the New World Order, and receive his mark, which is the mark of the beast, in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High. Yeah. So if you take the mark of the beast, all right, you're gonna receive the wrath of the Most High. You're gonna be destroyed by the Most High. All right. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture. Yep, straight, no chaser. All right. Which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. Indignation means righteous anger. So the Lord's going to pour his wrath, his righteous anger upon you, man. All right, let's see what that righteous anger, that wrath is. All right. It says, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Yeah, that fire and brimstone is talking about the nuclear missiles. All right. That fire and brimstone is talking about those nuclear missiles that are going to hit this earth in this third world war. All right. You're going to be swallowed up in that, man, if you take the mark of the beast, if you take the MOTB. All right. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. All right. So the angels, the holy angels, the Lord, they're just going to watch you burn. You're going to burn in the presence of them, man. And the Lord is going to add onto that fire too. All right, the Lord is going to add, because the Lord is going to bring his own fire and his own destruction. And he's going to add on to what the nuclear missiles are going to do. Matter of fact, let's get that. That's in Luke. All right, that's in Luke, man. 12 and 49. All right. All right, let's grab that. All right, let's grab that. All right, this is the Lord speaking. All right. It says, I am come to send fire on earth. That's what the Lord is coming back to do. He is coming back to send fire on earth, man. Destruction. You understand? Luke 12 and 49. I am come to send fire on earth. And what will I if it already be kindled? Yeah. Right? Because the earth is already going to be on fire when Yahushua returns, man. And he's going to add unto it. He said, and what will I if it already be kindled? Meaning, imagine what he's going to do if it's already on fire. He's just going to add unto it, man. All right. I am come to send fire. I am come to send fire on earth. And what will I if it already be kindled? Yeah, imagine what I'm going to do if it's already on fire. The Lord just going to add unto it, man. Ooh, all right. People are going to get zapped into mist, burnt up, when the Lord comes back, man. All right? Because the Lord is coming back to do a lot of killing. And it says the same thing in Isaiah 66, starting at the 15th verse. It says the Lord shall come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind. What do you do with fire? You burn stuff up, man. You don't play with it, man. All right? The Lord is coming back to set this earth on fire, man. This entire planet Earth on fire, man. All right? Especially America. America is going to be destroyed, all right, by the second death, all right, by the lake of fire, which is America is the lake of fire, all right? America is the lake of fire. America is going to be burnt up and swallowed up by thermonuclear destruction. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Bible, man. You understand? All right? So, just to give you a heads up, a warning, man, this is one step closer to the MOTB. All right? One step closer to the MOTB, the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. All right? The digital chocolate chip the elites want to implant in you. All right? We're almost there, man. We're almost there. All right? Yahweh Shai getting ready to crack that sky. All right? Man, you people don't know what times we're living in, man. A lot of these people don't have no idea what is happening. Woo! All right? They're walking around aimlessly, man. All right? But we are here to warn you, to let you know what is happening, man. Lord willing, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Ratazah, I am one of the Lord's chosen men. His chosen prophets, man. All right? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right? Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Ratazah, this lesson was edifying. All right? I want to say, call Halalyam, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rakar Quitash. All right? Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so with that being said, until the next one, Shalom.